Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be filming a video for you guys which is very close to my heart still and very raw, and that is my process of becoming a single mum. So we'll start from the beginning. It's always a good place to start, and I struggled really badly with my depression after having Aria. I had a very traumatic birthing experience, which I'll probably film in another video for you guys because that one is a lengthy one. I didn't think that it had affected me as bad as I thought it did, and I have this tendency that when I feel down or anxious that I keep it all to myself. I don't like to talk to people about my problems because, let's face it, like, everyone has their own problems. Like, why would I want to, you know, pass on my issues onto someone else? But you need to keep in mind that it's all about the people that you do talk to, and the people that you can talk to that will always listen and give you the best advice that they can give, and that is your family, especially your mum. My mum has been my guardian angel in this whole process. She knows exactly what it's like to be in my position, and you know, she's non-biased, so she just gives helpful tips here and there. If I'm struggling, I just pick up the phone, give mum a call and be like, oh my god, I'm having a meltdown today, I am struggling, and she will just talk me through it, and then I feel a lot better after talking to her. So mums are a good one. Don't ever take your mum for granted. So yeah, I also have a problem with being able to balance things in my life. Well, I did. Back then I was so overwhelmed and, you know, dealing with, you know, becoming a mum and your whole world just kind of shifting. It's a big thing to go through, and what I took for granted was, you know, my partner at the time, and what he was trying to do was exactly the same as me, and that was survive. It gets so tiring and stressful. Yeah, it's such a blur. It really is. I look at myself back then and I'm just like, who were you? Like, you weren't you. You weren't the person that you were meant to be. And that's probably why my separation with Sam happened. I look at myself back then and I don't think I was a very nice person. I said things that I shouldn't have said, whether that was the hormones, whether it was just my depression. It got bad, and poor Sam, he copped the worst of it, and I will never be sorry enough for the things that I have said to Sam and the decisions that I made because I was so depressed. Yeah, we won't get into that too much, but let's just say that if you are struggling with depression after you have your baby, it is very helpful to go and seek help. Go and see a counselor, talk to people. Don't feel like you're going through this alone. The hardest thing is that Sam had no idea that I was struggling as bad as I was. The one thing I wish that we did do before making such a dramatic or drastic decision was I wish that we did do counselling together. Whether you have a baby or not, and you're with someone that you love and can see yourself being with for the rest of your life, like, do everything that you can to kind of make it work, because you'll regret it if you don't. And that's the honest truth. You will regret giving up easily. It's getting hot. I'm getting all emotional again. yeah, so yeah, go to counselling together so they can better understand your mind and how everything is working for you, because you know what, they're probably struggling just as bad as you are with everything that's going on. And if you guys can get through the hardest and darkest part of your lives together and come out the end smiling, you know, that is such an amazing thing to accomplish together as a team. And that's one thing I wish that we were able to do together as well. So my separation happened when I wasn't 10 months old. Aria was 10 months old. I moved into our apartment, which we're in now, and you know, you always have second guesses on whether you made the right choice or not. You know, you never know how it's going to affect the child that's involved. Like, everyone's involved. Everyone that is a part of your family, part of their family, everyone is involved and everyone has emotion, and at that time everything is just, honestly, it's just a blur. It has been really hard and exhausting becoming a single mom. And you know, dealing with everything financially, like, you struggle, like, it is hard. I'll be real with you guys right now, like, I go by very tightly when it comes to my bank account. At the moment I have $50 to my name until I get paid, and that is scary. It is scary not knowing how you're gonna get by. But that's just another part of life, I guess. It's just another thing that you have to manage. And yeah, like, there are days, like, I always make sure that we don't go without, and I'm always ensure that she never goes without anything. But yeah, well, probably should look at getting more money somehow, but that'll happen, whether it's me going back to work full-time or doing something else. Hopefully with my business it will start generating a little bit more cash flow, and then we can start living our lives the way that I intended us to. But like it's only been 8 months since we've been apart, and it's still, you know, you try and manage everything the best that you can. So yeah, I'm rambling. I just rambled so badly then. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so exhausting. It is exhausting, especially when you just want to sleep and you can't sleep because the child that is meant to be sleeping decides, hey, you know what? Screw you. I'm not going to sleep today, and you're a zombie and you're so short-tempered and you snap. Yeah, I have days where I look back after I put her to sleep overnight and I was just like, wow. Yeah, just wow. Don't ever think that you're a bad mom just because you get frustrated. Everyone gets frustrated, trust me, but the worst thing you can do is beat yourself up about it. You know, they are always going to love you no matter how frustrated you got at them. God damn, I gotta stop rambling. This is me tired. I had a rough night last night with Aria, so I'm just gonna start, you know, talking shit as I normally do. So I'll actually, to be more structured and so I don't ramble on as much as you guys would probably like, or not like, I don't know, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'll start answering some of the questions that you guys have sent through. The first one was, did you and Sam ever feel like you guys would give it another try? Yes. There has been a lot of times where we have spoken about it, but it has been something that has never gone through. There is still a lot of pain and resentment, I guess, involved on both sides. Even through after the separation, yeah, there's been a lot of hurt involved on both sides, and we probably won't give it another go until we know for certain that the relationship will work again, because I never want to put Aria through the pain of going through that situation again. So we're both doing the right things for ourselves at the moment, and he went to counselling for a few sessions, and I have got myself onto a mental health plan where I will be going to counselling as well as of the 12th of February, which I'm really excited to do. I feel like I have personally come a long way. I've dealt with my anxiety and my depression. I finally feel like I am the person and the woman and the mother that I've always wanted to be. It's just obviously the relationship side of it that is still very challenging to get over. So yeah, we have discussed it, but it's not going to happen until we are healed within ourselves and we know that our relationship will work again. So the next question is, Aria's dad still a part of her life? And yes, he most definitely is. So we worked out our schedule for my time and his time, and he has Aria every Wednesday night, and I don't know what I'm talking about. See, I can't even talk today. So yeah, he has her every Wednesday night, and then he will then have her every second weekend on a Friday night till a Sunday afternoon, where I'll pick her up and bring her home. Sam is always welcome to come over, have dinner, put her to bed. And yeah, because a week in between Wednesday to Wednesday is a long time if he hasn't had her on the weekend. So yeah, my door's always open for Sam. I've got no worries with him coming over. It's just obviously still raw for him, and it'll be a gradual thing for him to be able to feel comfortable being in a home situation with me again. So my camera just decided to overheat a little bit, so that was weird. So another question, how do you find potential partners react once they find out you're a mum? Does it deter some people or change their thoughts? To be honest, I couldn't really tell you. I don't date very often, I would say. My focus is now to just rebuild myself and to focus on my life and Aria, and you know, if the right person walks in, the right person walks in. But yeah, when it comes to dating someone that has a child, like, you need to really take a step back and think about the whole situation, because it is a big responsibility to take on someone else's child. And if you're not going to complement that person's life and be a positive role model and influence in that child's life, then I think that you need to take a step back, reassess the situation and make a decision from there. Because honestly, the last thing you want is for your child to get hurt in the process as well. So I have, that person that, I don't know, that potentially is going to be my future person, I will say, will need to be a very strong and amazing person within themselves and very kind. I'm sure that me being a mom would definitely deter some people. Like I said, the responsibility of dating someone that has a child is ridiculous, and you know, I would never look for someone to take over Sam, because obviously he's her dad and he's an amazing dad. So the person I would want to be in my life would be someone that could just be around us, have fun with us, and, you know, treat me the way that I deserve to be treated, and treat me with the respect of being a mum as well as being a woman. And I want Aria to see that, to see someone caring for me, and to see that that's what she should expect from whoever she dates in the future. Yeah. That's that one done. So there's been a question as well on whether or not I was worried about Sam having Aria overnight, and I think I touched base on that before. When it comes to letting your child sleep over at their father's house, I guess it just depends on the person that they are and doing what you're comfortable with as well. Like I said, I have no problems with Aria being over at Sam's house. I know that she's going to be looked after just as well as I look after her. You know, it's a bittersweet feeling when your child comes home from being at their father's and you're like, oh, did you miss me? And she goes, no. And it breaks your heart, but at least you know that they're having fun and they're getting treated very, very well. So my opinion when it comes to overnight stays is just do whatever you're comfortable with, but never stop the child's father from seeing them. You know, that's one thing I never ever wanted or intend to ever do, and that's having the relationship between a father and his daughter ever a negative thing. You know, you only want what's positive in your child's life, and as hard as it may be to see that person every time, you know, it's going to benefit your child in the long run. You know, you need to try and take a step back and for once not think about your feelings and your emotions involved, but the other person. You know, they're just as important in their child's life as you are. So just be kind to the other person, even if you broke up on bad terms and you hate that person. Just remember that it's you that has the problem with that person, not your child. Okay, I think we'll leave it at that because it's gone pretty long now already. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and I'm sorry that I rambled so much. Like I said, I'm really tired, but yeah, that's a gist of my life into being a single mom. And if you guys have any other questions or would like my insight on things, then I'm more than happy to answer your questions, but just understand that there are some questions that I don't feel comfortable answering, and that's me making your decision for you. I would never want to be, you know, a part of a reason why a family doesn't work out. You know, everyone's experience is very different. I don't know your situation entirely, and I can't give you the guidance that you need. In order to do that, you need to go and seek help from a counselor. Like, I'm not qualified to answer some questions. All I can give you is my own experience and how I've dealt with things, and I pray that everyone gets through this hard time, because no matter what, you're going to be okay. And that child or children that you've got with you, they're going to see such a strong mother, and like, you're kicking ass. Like, regardless if you feel like you're failing, like, no matter what, as long as those children are going to sleep with a smile on their face, you know that you've done a good job. Alright, so we'll leave it there before I start rambling on again, as always. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys very soon.